Hey, how you doing, Scorpio? How you doing? This is Queen Lisa. I'm the host of this channel. Welcome to Printres Waters Ocean Deep. So I hope you guys are doing well, and I hope you guys are looking forward to your week ahead. Please like, comment and subscribe to this channel and press the notification bell so that you can be updated when I've uploaded new readings to this platform. Also, check your Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus signs and any other star sign you have in your birth chart that may resonate with the readings on this channel. Do take what you like and leave the rest. Thank you to you all who have liked, commented and subscribed to this channel so far. Please continue to do so and press the notification bell. So what's going on with Scorpios? Could be really defensive right now, feeling like there's some struggles or even forgotten something that you may have had to do. It says 9 times out of 10 you realize that you're not in a lot of mind games of your own, but people's around you, or maybe even seeing things that you don't really agree upon. Ideally, wouldn't want to hear that I'm stressed, but I really feel stressed right now and I'm coming back to say hello. Okay, so someone could be coming back to say hello to you. Could be a fire sign or it could be someone else. Since it doesn't seem like it's many times over a cute person around you that you want to see, but at times you really want to see what's going on with them, and it doesn't say that it's obviously going to help you get past the situation. Obviously, time and time again, I want to see what's going on with you. I hate that I can't speak to you. Okay, so it could be you as well that wants to speak to someone here. You possibly feel like someone's cute as well. It does say, I want to know you. I want to know you. I just don't know why I keep getting it wrong. I just do not know why I get you mixed up in my mind with things that I've told myself could happen, or maybe even play mind games to support you. It maybe even tells me off and makes me feel like I shouldn't do that. I just know that I shouldn't do it. I shouldn't, because I please myself when I'm around you. I just help myself to a lot of things, possibly even sex, or maybe even things that I want. Merciful is something that I feel like I need to show you mercy. Like I've given it all for you. I give it all for you. Oh dear, Scorpio. It does sound like you want to give it all to someone here. Okay, this could be a Scorpio man. All right, it does say that he wants to speak about these things towards someone else, or doesn't seem to want to give it up for you all, but does want to know that one woman here speaks about why she had to go through something. It does say when you speak about what happened to this person, it's not going to be easy, but you really want to know more about her. You don't know why. You just need to tidy up your mind and figure out what it is that you've got going on in your head that makes you feel like you want to know more about the Scorpio female's mother or father or people in their life. It says you just want to get to know people and you don't know how to smile or say hi or even say that you've seen them. You just need to know why you need to know them so much. Is it because you've had pleasures in your mind, or even saw things or even heard things about her that you disagreed or wanted to know more about? Is it something that you just need to know because she's going to be, mindfully speaking, a lover of yours one day? It does say sometimes you have to wonder what it is that you want to know about this person and why, or even when, because she probably is going to be someone that could support you in a possible way of marriage if she does give you good karma. It does say when or if, because it doesn't say she's always looking at you in this way. She just wonders why she wouldn't want to marry you. At times she realizes it's not going to be possible without you feeling like she's got great news, and it doesn't say that she wants you. It does say she wonders why she should have you, because you've always meant well to her at times, but really not seeing you do anything wrong. It's just mentally she feels like you're pressuring her in ways that she doesn't really know or understand, but she's warning herself it's not always good with you. She says she's seen sometimes where you've not spoken to her in mindful ways of protecting her heart or her smile or her love life, or maybe even things that she just wants to know are going to be great news to her. It doesn't seem like you pleasure her or please her enough to make her feel like great news can come. Okay. Could be dealing with another water sign. It could be an air sign. It could be a fire sign. It could be an earth sign. Okay. It does say when you mean well, you mean well. So you want to see that suddenly you'll see great news. But it says Sunny here doesn't know if I can support him. Plain Jane. It does say someone here is a plain Jane and you wonder why you want to be with them. Don't work with me in my mind, but tell me off if you want to. I feel like she's not great enough for you. Maybe you feel like she's not good enough for you. It doesn't say that she's that great. it does say that she's wonderful, but you haven't seen everything about her, and maybe murmuring to yourself that plain Jane energy is not going to be good enough. At times you really, really wonder why she's got great news in her life, because she murmurs to herself a lot that she wants to do more for herself, or even look mindfully so, speaking good, and at times feels like she doesn't know when she can support her mind to behave in a way that she wants to. Sometimes she feels like things have struggled in her mind or in her life, and she doesn't know how to support everything that she's got going on with her mind at this time. Maybe because people are jealous of her and possibly even giving her too much karma. Mentally stressed out people want her for things that she doesn't feel like she could even give them. It's not really smart to say that it's going to happen all the time that she could support you, though, because if you give her time, she may come forward, but she may not either. Okay. It does say that you wonder, contemplating if she will be like you, and this is the mind game that is played over and over again. It says supporting this energy is not going to work. It doesn't work, and it will not work. It's not going to work. This relationship is over. It doesn't say it's going to work at all. Okay. Is mainly because I feel like I could force her to have sex, or maybe even make her feel like she's got lovemaking skills that are very delicate to me. It does say I want her, though, and I just don't know when I'm going to study being there for her. It doesn't mean that I want her to be alone. I just don't want to know that she's always wanting things that she can't get from me. So maybe you're trying to force, something onto her that she doesn't want, because it's just sex and it's not even practical to her way of being. She does know that she has lovemaking skills, or even things that she knows that could please you or a man and make him feel so smart about who he is, or even jealous at times where the other man is going. It does say she wears this out in her mind all the time. She doesn't know how to support mental, stressed out, mindful people that want to be there for her and even love make with her, but she doesn't always want sex, and that's mainly what the problem is. Okay. Does say when you see great news for yourself, you can change and maybe even be there for her, or even someone else. It doesn't say that you will choose her, but you'll choose someone else that will likely want to give you some passionate times and keep giving it to them the way you want to. It does say that you would rather see sex for her and not for her at the same time too, because you forgot that she's a person that has her own mind. At times you do believe she does. It's just that you wonder why she should get any more than sex. That's not really nice, is it? It does say sometimes the mental health problems inside you may cause you to have problems with her. It doesn't say that you want the time alone with her at times either, or maybe even want to see her or study her in a great way. Sometimes you wonder where she's going, or what she's doing, or how she's living, and where it's going with her home, her house, or her finances. Maybe even things of that nature may peel you back in your mind and say, poor you don't have that much to give anyone. But maybe she's justifying that she does, and you don't want to see her for who she is. You'd rather see her for mind games and playing her and sex. It does say many times over you seeing yourself like this and don't want to please your mind to say it's true, but it does say evil mind games are there too. I wouldn't want to hear that I'm involved in the evil mind games that she has for me. It says that there is nothing saying that she has evil mind games for you, but she does tell you off at times, or maybe even convince herself that she can't stay alone in her mind thinking about you, constantly worrying about you, and doesn't want to see you right now or even anymore. She just wants to leave you and allow you to be, and just maybe make you feel like stress is not going to be the answer. Does say you wonder why you're stressed at times. You feel like you've got forces beyond your control to help you feel like the stress levels in you are coming out and making her feel like she should change. It does say change is something she's doing automatically or on her own, in her own mind and in her own life and the way she sees fit. Doesn't say that you need to pride yourself over probably giving her hard times because of this. It does say when you do, it doesn't look good on you, and it doesn't make you look good either. It doesn't make you look good, because you have to warn yourself, what kind of changes are there for you, and who are you to bring anyone problematic situations to make them feel like they're worth nothing but a good night in the sheets. or maybe even a good night overall in your mind, just to say you've got bad news to spread, or even tell, or even speak about to her when she's not really listening or not wanting to, or trying to move past problematic situations. She doesn't want to hear that problems are always coming to her. Negative vibes of yours have not helped her. It does say bad moods in you are not giving her good karma, and love life is suffering because overall you don't see who you are as a person. Okay. It says, no wonder I can't get any time in my mind to rest. I just don't want to change. I really don't want to change. And word for word, I don't want to hear that she's telling me I have to. Now, that could be your energy. You don't want to hear that she's telling you this. But, you know, the situation is closed out anyway. She's not really hanging on or holding on to you as much as you're holding on to her. It does say forcing her to be there for you is not going to be beneficial to you, because it's not going to help you to see that she's got problems. She doesn't want to hear that she's got problems. She doesn't want to deal with problems or even give herself more time to feel like there's problems as much as there are there already. It says most of the time she goes through things because people are not really seeing her for who she is. Don't want to hear that she's got good karma. Other than you is a person that doesn't want to hear she's got good news. It does say a female person, a really fine-minded person to your opinion, because she would want to bruise her, attack her, or bring her down. It does say a parent of hers doesn't help you at all, but does help you see that it is already there. What you want for her is already there. The time that you've spent alone in your mind to see that she's got problems are already there. Telling her that she's not good enough is not going to help, because she already knows this via a parent, and possibly even one parent that doesn't love her. It does say the female parent hates her and doesn't really like her very much, and she would warn herself at times that she doesn't even want to hear them or even be around them. She just doesn't want to listen to anyone's problematic situations that are going to cause her harm. Calling her is not going to be the answer either. Okay, it says, but I know that I can speak to her and let her know that details of hers is going to be a problem. Her details, her problematic details, karma is coming with her family. It doesn't say she does not know this already, but she knows what to do. Are you seeing it? Are you believing it? Are you trusting that she doesn't know what to do? Or are you forcing for her to see that she's got to deal with the problem? Are you really telling her that she's got to deal with problems that you have in your mind because she sowed seeds a long time ago or saw problems in the past that doesn't want it to come out, and doesn't want to see that it's always going to be an angry issue to deal with in her mind, justifying why you need to see that the problem comes out? It says your mind is not telling you good things, and it doesn't tell anyone that you have good karma to help people through the struggles in their mind. It doesn't help her believe she has great news. Okay. Says, well done. You realize that you don't have good news overall, but you can't help the situation with her. She's got to help herself. You've got really terrible ideas inside you that you want to help others give themselves in bad moods and bad ways, to say that they should sit down and feel that way. You're starting to wear out females. Leave them alone. Okay, so energies are telling you to leave them alone. It could even be a parent of your own that's telling you to leave them alone. It says you don't know what's going on with your own mum. Her energy is not wanting to be seen or heard by you, doesn't want to speak to you, but does know that you have smuggled mind games in your mind, constantly tore down females and told them that it's not going to work for them to have great news. Doesn't say it's going to believe you're going to have good news, or even many times over she could have good news, but she knows that she can't speak to you about it. No one knows why. It does say that she realizes that she just doesn't need to speak to you. Doesn't say that your father helps you either. Doesn't say he's great news overall to you. Doesn't say that he's very good to you when he speaks to you about things in your life that you want to support. Doesn't help you in your mind to share a good value system. Maybe making you feel like you have to dump females, regret them, penetrate them, and see them in a dark mind. Really bad energy. Certainly wouldn't want to get involved with a man like you if I was her. Does say your mother says this about you. Doesn't say it's a good energy to be in. And poor you, would you ever know what's going on with your life? You didn't know that you had troubles with females. You just thought that you could have good times with them. Sex. That's all you were sent to me for. Value system was never given to you. Very, 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 very poor. Poor value system. Doesn't say that women would like you. Now it's coming from your own mum. Oh my goodness. So she doesn't want to speak, but she's laughing and making fun of you time after time and makes you feel like, warning, if I'm going to be a hoe, you're going to look like one. I'm going to make you look like your value system is so dried out that no one will see you have great news. Time after time, you will see that a woman will not share her life with you because your values are all yours. Never mine, but yours. But what happened to them? Did you give out anyone anything good to say or even speak about them in blessed ways? Nothing's to say it could happen now when I'm trying to warn you that you've dug a hole for yourself, that you've demonized and made problems come to you. Oh dear. So sex is something that you see in your mind. Let your mind have sex. Believe you have sex to give your mind. Work on it. Study the sex in your mind. It's sex that you want, right? Don't let anyone tell you you can't have it in your mental health. It does say you have sex right there, right now in your mind. Believing you can have sex in your mind is something you want to do. Let your mind tell you that you can't have it then. Go on, because you can have sex anytime you want to in your mind. Allow it to be in your mind. Oh my goodness, sorry. It's like someone's telling you. So sorry. And it's not for all of you, I know this. But some parents are like, well, you go on, have sex in your mind then. If you feel like you can have sex, go on, do it inside your heads. You know, maybe because there's no proper value system to treat a female, you know, in the way she wants. Does say dumping someone is not going to be easy for you either. I realize this at times when I see you dark in a room and alone. Doesn't say that you want to be there either. You really look sad to me. You're so smart, ain't you, mum? I really hate you. Sometimes you may realize this about your parent as well, but you hate her for that. It does say sometimes she realizes she doesn't want to be around you. She'll just allow you to be there in your dark room, wondering if you're going to be okay. Doesn't say that you're happy, but does wonder why you sit down in the dark crying or even moaning or even singing to yourself or hearing yourself laugh. Does say that you laugh a lot and you make fun of yourself a lot and you figure out what's going on in your mind all the time. Doesn't say what's going on when you fertilize someone's family and make them feel like you've got karma coming all over again because you've got dark mentalities inside yourself to sing about people that you can't take care of. It says your father was like this, couldn't take care of us, couldn't understand why the family was also in a problem all the time because this man could not give to you or even think about what he's done. Where did he go? Where is he? Is he helping you? Because I don't even see him around much these days. Oh dear. So sometimes you just got to thank God. Maybe that's what you've got to do, is thank God. Thank God that the family was there with you to support you. Maybe I didn't want to support you. My family never supported me, so why should I support you? You are all the same. Females have holes. I just want to dream of a family that has females that has holes, fingering them, touching them, making them feel like their fannies are enjoying my love. But I don't think that's always going to be the case, is it? Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Says you don't really understand that though, do you? Study it though. Look at it. Make sure you understand what it is you're saying. Understand where your mind's going and what you're doing to participate in fannies. Let your mind think about the vaginas and think about fingering them and touching them as you stroke your own mistakes. Maybe you need to stroke your own mistakes and think about what fannies you want to stroke and the mistakes you've made stroking your fannies. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, I don't even want to laugh. This is too much. Does say blackmail is there for someone right now who's going through it with a mind game. Laugh, because someone has to laugh. Many times over, I've said to this man, stop speaking about women if you can't be with them. Don't touch them. Leave them alone. You don't want no one to believe that you have to be there, do you? Wow. Does say she obviously gives him time to settle and think about what he's been doing and what he goes through. Laughing at him and making fun of him. Also making fun of anyone that wants to be with him. Doesn't really know why, because she knows that it's not going to be obvious that he wants someone to stay there and be a loving, romantic couple forever. It doesn't say that he's going to want this or even be like this forever. He has to stroke his mind and finger his own mental health. Obviously, that's what he wants. Telling females that he wants sex all the time is never going to be enough for him. He realized this as he stroked the mind of someone else recently, or probably told her that she's not good enough. It does say, I wonder what's going on with that one. Doesn't say that it's going to happen anymore. Don't hear that he's going out with her or even seeing her, but I wonder what happened to her. So Mum's thinking about what happened to the female that he wanted to stroke and finger and do all kind of things with, but didn't want to give anything else. It does say sometimes you believe that you have blessed energy, but how do you get it when you can't give to no one? Listen to your mental health. Do you study that you want to give a woman love and can't follow suit with the problematic situations that drive your mind crazy as you follow the gifts of love to share with them what they need? Are you there? Oh my gosh, someone's I don't want to laugh. It's like someone's trying to teach you a lesson. Cancer, I mean Cancer, sorry, maybe it's Cancerian energy there too, or trying to figure out which way to go. Yeah, it's like Scorpio man here. Someone's trying to put this person in a mind lesson. It does say this woman doesn't even know it, but she realized she's doing it. At times he hates it and he doesn't like it. It does say you would rather see that you don't like it, and you don't really care for the female that's doing this to you either. Try to warn her that you would never see great news in your times. Obviously, don't want to hear that she's always going to be there looking at me like I have to laugh at myself. Don't want to send her my love. Don't want to help her. Just look at her like she's always going to be a fingered out hoe. Just like the ones that I treat like hoes. Maybe I look at them like they're all going to be hoes. Don't want to hear like everyone else it's going to be good. Just want to hear that I have good news in myself, and if I feel like I want to fuck someone, I can fuck them. Just don't want to hear that they don't want to hear it. Really want to hear that I'm getting good news about this. Just don't want to hear that it's not going to be possible. When it happens, it happens. On a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, whatever day. I just don't want to hear that I'm always getting great news to support myself with blessings and I don't get any good karma with it. It doesn't say you're not, but are you dealing with other things in life to help you get it? Or are you stroking your mind to tell yourself you've got to have one woman for sex and that's all you want? Laugh, because that's all you're getting. Sex. Nothing but that. And if the female wants to give it to you, she will. And if she doesn't, she dumps you. So now you're laughing at yourself again. Because who's going to be your sex slave? Not me. Never me. In fact, I'm your mother. But in fact, who's going to be your sex slave? Not me or anyone in your mind that you think about sexually, or think that people are hoes or whores in a way that you think they are sex. Something about you says sex is something that you need. Letters are there for you to think about. Draw your mind to the letters that I've sent you. Gave you some time to look into what it is you need to do with your time in your mind. Or maybe even sit there and wonder if you're going to leave me alone. Tell me then, are you going to leave me alone? Are you going to work on what it is that you want to do? Or are you going to leave me alone? I've told you, I've had to talk to you through a mind game because you don't want to speak to me. Many times over, people try to talk to you, you don't want to talk to them. Watch what happens in the week when I've told you I have to kick you to the curb. Maybe you'll see the light of day then. Then you'll realize that you've got to live on your own. Are you ready? Are you going to see that you probably need a woman to support you with where you're going? Or are you seeing that you need to stay here and look into where it is that I'm going? I don't want to hear that you're always here giving me time in my mind to think about. You've probably given me enough chances to see that you've always done something to support your mind and never mine. You've always got something to give yourself. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe a new car or a new home or a new job might help you. Maybe something you're doing around the house might even say, well, it's doing something. Just pleasing yourself, though, most definitely. That's mostly what I've seen of you. Don't want to hear that you're always going to dig a hole for me and make me feel as if you've got time to stay here and laugh at me. Are you laughing at me? Because I probably wouldn't want to hear that you're laughing at me, but you're laughing at every mind in the world when you laugh at me. You don't realize that. Wow. Does say when you speak, you speak. So if you're Scorpio mum, you're also dealing with a Scorpio son. It's not going to be easy for you to mimic what's going on with the man, but he knows that he's got to speak about what's going on with his mental health. Oh dear. Doesn't say it's easy for him either. He's tried to warn you he's not spending time alone with his mind the way you want him to. He's got to figure it out. Doesn't want to hear that, but has to figure it out. Doesn't leave mind games enough for you the way he does now. In his mind, he's figuring out what he can do to support another mental structure in his mental health to help you pass the drama that he's going through. Doesn't say you want to listen to him, though. Doesn't say that you're mentally prepared to stay there and allow him to rest assured that everything is going to be addressed by you. You don't want to hear that he's always going to live in your mind. You don't want to hear that he's always there. You want to see him move out. And now's the time for you to call upon this and tell him he's got to move out. Wow. So you may want your son to move out. It does say some of you are dealing with Scorpio sun, some of you are dealing with other moon sign sons, or maybe even moody sons, or people that are going through mental stresses, that have problematic family members or family father figures that don't have good news for them. They will believe that they have bad news sometimes and don't know how to support themselves. Poorly judging mentally ill people all the time is not going to be the situation to deal with. Struggling to have great moods overall is not something that we all want to see. We want to see that we have blindfolds on and possibly have beggar energy. Is that what you're telling me? That all of us should have beggar energy and that we should have problems in our minds like you do? Like, where was you going thinking that you could possibly give someone a blindfold and tell them, go on, go away. You are blinded. You don't see sense. You don't have a heart. You don't have a mind. You don't have anything good coming to your life. Warning. Warning, if you've got problems right now, you've got the problem. No one else has it but you. You can figure out why your head is not going to live good in another 2 years or so if you keep telling everyone else they've got blindfolds on, or they can't see, or they can't help themselves, or they've got problems mentally. You can give yourself that problem and see yourself way out the door. I wouldn't want to hear that you're staying in my life. If you want to live with me, you've got to stay here and figure out why you're a good man. A good man. Not a bad man, but a good man. Just a good man. Because when I see you as a problem, you're going to give me problems. Oh, wow. So it looks like the parent is not having it. It says when she's addressing situations overall with you, she doesn't want to hear that you're probably going to give her a problem. She just knows that you're not going to give her good news. And you'll probably be thrown into your mind again to see that you are a negative, mental, stressful man that needs support mentally with your silent mind. Let yourself stay there in your dark room and stay in your mind. You've got to bless yourself with your mental health and tell yourself you did it. You gave yourself it. Now you are it. You are it. Clown that. Make sure that you see yourself as this clown, the it clown, because you are the it clown. A clown. Oh dear. So now you know that you're it. What's going to happen? Are you telling yourself that you're it? No one's listening to you other than you. I don't want to hear that I'm it. It does say this man doesn't want to hear that he's it. but he has hit rock bottom and he is stroking his ego. He doesn't want to hear good karma comes for him, but he's marrying someone. Is that what he's doing? Because someone said to him that they've got to get married. Well, I laugh, because no one's going to marry this man without a good job, a good karmic value system, a good venom inside them to deal with his stroking of mental health hazards, egomatic problems. Certainly wouldn't want to marry someone like that. Wasn't going to see this person get involved with you, was I? Because now I realize she's never going to be around me. She don't need to look at you either. She's not really studying you in the way that I've seen. I could tell that you're really alone. You're not really saying that she's going to marry you. She was going to marry me. I told her I was going to marry someone. I said this to my mum, and I realized I want to marry her. I just don't want to hear that she's going to tell me I've got duties to do, or people to see, or problems to face, or even things that I've wanted her to go through. Don't want to hear that. Just don't want to hear it. Want to hear that she's always going to give me time to wonder why she is not the problem. No, she is not the problem, because now you realize you're the problem. Have you studied this? Oh my gosh, mum's not having it. Mum is not having it. She doesn't want to listen at all to the Scorpio man. She realizes he's never going to be good in love, or even in a love situation. He's got time to wonder why he's stressed and sit down in his little lonely home on his own one day when he's fellowing outside of the house, going to speak about when I'm going to steal his keys or even put him out. Got to trouble my mind again to say I'm putting him out. Got to figure out when, though. Just trying to wonder if he's going to be okay on his own. Doesn't really see a great systematic value in his mind to help himself, but poor you. Whoever you are out there, wanting to know that you've got to speak about taking this man in, or making him feel like he's got to speak about being in your care or in your life, well done. You've now got a man that's no good to you. He's not going to be good to anyone. I've tried with him. I tried. Don't look at me if you have a problem with him. I tried, and I told everyone I have given him more than enough common sense to help him. Doesn't say that I'm always going to be helpful to many times over myself with him, but not really helping him is going to be the way I want to live my life. Don't want to see him in my home anymore. He's got to move out. Wow. Some of you Scorpio men that are living at home with your mum might have to leave home. Or some of you Scorpio females, okay, that have an older child that's not really, living up to any value systems that you want them to live by, because they want to see a woman as just sex, or want to, kind of be in their mind about who they want to be as men, but don't see any, good karmic value systems in them to help, in positive, being together as families, or even, girlfriend, boyfriend energy, marriage material, that type of thing. You don't want to see that the problem is yours. You'd rather see them out in the cold, or maybe someone else's problem. It does say some of you are dealing with great news, having forces beyond your control telling you that it's not the idea, but it does say it's blessed energy for you. It doesn't say you want to have drama with anyone. Doesn't say you want to even deal with anyone's problematic situations in their mind. Making sure that they mark their territory in your life, or changing your lock sometimes is the answer, because sometimes people realize that you may even do things on purpose. Sometimes you may have done it on purpose, but not really, because sometimes it is a situation where you needed to solve your own problem. And it does say that you've solved the problem, and now you see that great news can come to you. It doesn't say bad news there, but it does say warning signs are there for a sun, moon, or rising star that doesn't have great news. It does say warning signs is there for a 30-odd-year-old man that will never leave home, or maybe he will. Just warning signs are there for whatever reason for you to get by. And how can you get by with the man that's not supporting you, poorly judging you, or putting you down? Ideally, if you are looking for great news in your life, you can study things that are going to help you. It doesn't say you are helping the situation, though. Are you in a bad time in your mind? Will you tell me that I have to put up with this man because you don't want him? Ideally, I don't want to know that he's living with me, so you've got to put up with him. Okay, so some of you are dealing with someone's son that doesn't want him in their life, so kind of pushing that burden onto your life, Scorpio females. But it does say you warn yourself that you would rather see blessings than love life suffering, and at times you may want to see that karma comes to you in blessed ways too. When will you realize it's not always going to be the case? If the man can't change or give you good karma in your love life, he may not be a good man to you overall, but certainly you've got to still the energies about this and wonder what's going on behind closed doors. Is he going to be the man that you wanted or not want? Is he going to come in and give you great strokes of good karmic sexual pleasure, and that would be the end of it? It does say warning signs are there for some of you females that don't know how to support your mind with the man that you want, and maybe you've got to look for blessings inside yourself to support yourself overall. Poorly putting you down is something that he may not want to do anymore. He's tried to warn you that he's coming in to give you good karmic value systems. He doesn't seem to be bad about what it is that he says when he does try to arrive, but it does say warning signs are there for you overall if you've seen him in a bad way and showed yourself this man is not the right one for me. Some of you are dealing with females' attitudes out there that you've studied in the past via this person, and you see that he's not going to be a great man for you. Ideally, he has his own personality. And he may give you certain smart mind games to play, and you felt like he's never going to be a good man to judge you in the lifestyle that you want to live or lead for your future and your family. Personally, wanting to pay rent is something he now thinks about doing. He may certainly want to judge doing this now because he's in a rut, or even in a race to move forward with a parent's decision. He no longer wants to help himself move on in the mind of yours because he's thinking about it and stealing the mind games of hers again to say he doesn't want to say he has to move on. He really has to live out the drama in his mind, or even karmically collect good mental health inside himself to change. He doesn't know how, but he's warning himself. Does he study enough or give enough to say he's got enough to help his mum, or a family member outside of him, or a person around him that could support him mentally? Because the mind games he's played to give someone else problems and says that he's going to live good karma is not going to be certain that he gives good karma. He's warning himself that he trusts no one and doesn't know how to trust his own mind. He really doesn't believe he has great news overall to trust anyone and anyone's mind when he doesn't trust his own mind, and his problems remain. It doesn't say it goes away, but it remains. Until yesterday, he realized he didn't have nowhere to stay or live, or he had to move in with someone else. He knew that he had to move out, and he heard this in his mind when his tiring mind game told him, look, I've got to stop this. He's lessened the situation more in his mind today and says he's got to look for another person to speak to. He doesn't know which way to go or turn, but he wants to hear from what he has to say about the negative minds of another person's that he spent time with in the past. But he doesn't know how to warn her that he's going to get the help that he needs, or even things that he's told himself that she's going to get overall because of her karmic value systems. It does say mental health, negative minds, and nursery rhymes inside of his head is justification. Not very much. He says he doesn't need you, but he's got nursery rhymes inside his head. He clearly is a pitney, a very small boy, a very young, innocent boy, isn't he? He looks at people like he's got little boy syndrome, and he wants to know if he can play around and toy with females. Okay, this could be a child's mother, it could even be a baby mum, or it could be his own mum. Yeah, it does say some of you girls know how to support yourself. Poor you though, you've got to live with a man that doesn't know how to. What's going on there? It does say some of you are dealing with mental stress over and over because you don't want to get the good value systems inside yourself, but you've seen yourself move on past the situation and you don't want to hear it's coming back to you. You may feel like great news is coming and you don't want to warn yourself that you've got to put put your mind into another person's issues or mental health struggles. You've seen that the man is no longer going to be a part of your life, so you don't want to hear what she has to say. Baby mum number one, or maybe even fine-mindedness of his own mother. You don't have to put up with it, but you have seen that friends of his are not going to be joining in the mind game of yours. It is going to be his. At times you don't see everything that's going on with his friends, because some of him warn him that he doesn't have good attributes to keep a female, and he's warned by one or two friends already that he's not a good lover or boyfriend. He wasn't able to tell you this, but showing you is something that he could do one day if he was to meet someone that he knows. He's not very good at love letters either. He could cry you a river and maybe even tell you that he's wrote something to someone here to tell them that he's in love with them still. He may want one or two lovers or three. He's not very good at anything that he says he does, and he's not going to warn anyone that he's having a good time right now, ideally wanting to marry you, possibly even a third party or someone else. He knows that he's got to move past gentle mental health structures, patterns and ignorance, and maybe even narcissism that he's built up inside himself. Bloody hell. It does say some of you guys are dealing with earth signs. Some of you guys are dealing with when the I'm hearing something about some of you guys dealing with maybe interracial couples, maybe a white man. It does say some of you guys are dealing with social services or even eviction notices or even problematic situations of your own, or people around you that you don't want to hear from. It says tiring energy is coming in. At times someone is working on you or working against you. It says some of you guys are going through mental stresses of your own to deal with. Wouldn't want to hear that problems are coming with the Scorpio man that doesn't want to deal with his own lifestyle or his life abundances and practically help others with it, or even strive to give justice to the cautions of his mind. He doesn't really have much to give other than sex, money, or even fucking hell, some type of drug, possibly even sex and then more sex. Nothing more than this. Is that all I have to get from a Scorpio man? It does say some of you guys are dealing with Scorpio men that don't have nothing but sex, money, and possibly drug taking. It doesn't say anything other than this. Warning signs are there if you are mistreated, but it doesn't say it's always the case. It's just that you love yourself so much to the point where you don't want to hear that you're joining in to matrimony or a court system or a problematic Scorpio that's going to give you mental health. Doesn't say it's happening, and you warn yourself not to speak, but try and create a good atmosphere for your mind to see that blessings can come to you in another way, or in another man, or another mind of your own, or possibly someone that mimics the same energy that you have. Not going to be the man that comes to create bad news. You want to see blessings come, so it's going to be on its way in June or maybe even January, possibly October for some of you guys. And warning signs are there. If you're dealing with a fire sign, let him punish his mind no more. He will never hear that problems are coming in from a water sign female or a mental health person around her. It says her because it does say the woman doesn't want to believe she's a problem, but pushes the problem on a parent or even a mind game in herself, tries to play mental health issues and doesn't realize what she's got coming to her own mind or has in her own mental health to study the situation to give good karma. It says possible parent issues are there for someone, and I would want to hear if they've got parent issues because I like this. Okay, this could be an earth sign that likes this energy. It does say mimicking the struggles of the parent is something that he may do. He may have value systems inside himself that he can't teach himself and needs the parent to steal the energy from, but makes fun of it or laughs and can't get good parenting ideas from anyone because he's solely a parent to himself. He may see that he's 14, 15 or even 17, 18, 20 or even 30 and may still never get good news. Could be an air sign saying this. Okay, it does say he realizes he's never going to give himself good karma with his work, his money overall, as he studies less and works for other people's minds and not his own. He does not know how to support himself without the air sign telling him what to do or how to go about it, or maybe even personally supporting him with mindful things that she is now doing or is now helping him with, because she's tried to warn him she couldn't give him much more than tidying up his mind, paying all his bills or helping him with his credit cards more than usual, and now knows that it's not going to be enough for her to sit down and look into. Doesn't say that it's helpful, whatever it is, because time after time he's never wanted to see what's going on with a parent of his own, or maybe even a family member of his own, or maybe even a female that tried to warn him. You do know you have a smart mind to play me. If you feel like you're going to leave me, go on then. I don't want to hear you. You just know that you are ready for this, because I'm telling you, if you come to me one day, I'm going to let you know your kid is here. And that's what's going on right now with someone that's smoking and drinking and doesn't realize that someone could be pregnant. It does say someone here doesn't even know what's going on with this person, because he may not speak to her no more, and he doesn't want to hear that he hasn't spoken to her again. But he has mental health, and he's struggling to hear what's going on all over right now. You may even see that he doesn't have great news with a family, or even a female that he's dumped. He does know that he's got problems with you though, and he may even see you as a homewrecker or a hoe. He doesn't want to hear that though, because he knows that parenting duties to you are very such of a good thing. And it doesn't say that you're bad overall as a parent to him, because he's tried to warn you that he sees you as great news at times, but laughs at you and makes mistakes at times a lot, and doesn't want to see that great news comes to you with his friendly mannerism. At times he's so friendly and convinces you that first of all he's got great news to help you with if he gifts you or even supports you with things that he has. He may not always support the mind though, and he poorly judges you and gives you time after time things for you to remember that it's not always going to be blessed energy just because you pay a bill or two. It does say warning signs if he's just paying one or two bills, or even thinks because he pays you some money once in a while it's going to be supportive to you. It does say many times over if you're trying to help him, he doesn't even want to be helped. At times he may not see good karma come overall, and he's trying to warn you now. Speak about it or let him know. He may not want you to know everything, but he's trying to tame his mind and tell you off, or make you aware that something else is about to happen. It does say every time you look into that energy, it doesn't support you, so it's not going to be worth it if it's an air sign. But the poor energies that you've already seen inside yourself to deal with the situation is going to be justified the way you need it to be. It does say wonderful things are on its way for you. Karmic value system is helping you to realize that your problems are not going to be solved overnight, but you'll see blessings come as you move forward and work with energies that can make you feel like stressing less about the situation is going to work on you in a way that you can work past it and see blessed energy overall. You've did it. You've done it, and you're working on it, and you see that you can make sure that nothing stands out abnormal to what you've already seen, because you already see who's there and what's going on, and work on whatever could come. It doesn't say that you want to see bad news, but you have to make sure that you are looking around and study what's going on to support everything and everyone and everything and everyone, sometimes even when you don't want to. Laugh because you did it, but you also need time to support mental health of structures that come back around and cause harm again, even when they're fully not closed. And it does say you have to laugh or even look into yourself. At times they want to play mind games with you, but you've realized this. And it doesn't say everything's set in stone, but you've walked away from drama so much to the point where you're happy, or your home is at peace, and you're laughing right now. It does say good karma is there for you if you've walked away from such dramatic incidences or problematic situations with building structures or even cells, because someone here is saying that you should have obviously given yourself time to go into a custody, or maybe even seeing yourself in bad news. It says, what if I wanted to see blessed energy and I helped myself to this? What if I wanted to see someone show me who they were so they could help me see what was going on through the mind games of yours or many others, or people that you know, or even people around me that I've seen that have caused me harm? I realize I'm not always going to be perfect, but I've got to look into what's going on and support myself, mind, body and soul. What's the difference though? It does say mentally stressed out females like you will always see that you've got a problem. It does say mentally stressed out men and women like you will always see you're a problem. Now what? It does say wonderful things will happen to the Scorpio female when she believes that she always knows herself and knows who's who's there. People like you are always going to call her out or make her feel bad, but at times she'll feel like she's got blessed energy. She just justifies when she has to give herself this, and maybe time after time she's seen that she's got to give herself this. Maybe even cautions at times to feel like someone could still creep up and harm her. She doesn't know when or why or if it's going to happen, but the warnings are there slightly or maybe not. And it does say sometimes you have to thank her or even pay her or maybe even gift her and love her, but that doesn't mean it's stopping. It does say she wonders when you're going to strike next or what you could do to bring her happiness. Sometimes she just wants to see that happiness is the answer. When's that going to happen? I'm looking for a good payout. At this time, I want some more time alone in my mind to think of things that I've got to do to make sure that I'm giving myself blessings. You fortify energies around me to make me feel like I have to stifle myself. Is that what you're saying? I can't give myself that energy all the time, but I've got to look into when I'm going to play into the energy again. But I'm going to help myself look at good things. And when it does come, you'll see that I'm not going to give up. I'm going to give you enough time to think about what you're doing to help and support your mind and help me to support mine when I need it. Or else time after time, I'm not going to give anyone time to convince me that I've got bad news. I've just got to work and see what's going to happen in the next 2 weeks to a month. I'm calling out for 45 years of silence, or possibly even more, whenever, whatever, however it takes, whatever you want to say. Do what you've got to do. It says, I want to time the situation and give myself time to see if I get great news. Not going to see that I have bad news, but great news. So you make sure you look good so I can look good. Many times over, I will sing, dance, pray, even jump for joy. I want to see this happen for myself because no one's going to stop me other than people that try to. And mainly, if they try, I want to see that they try and stop themselves from doing it. All the time. And if they don't stop, then I'm going to continue to be who I am and sort out whoever's going to time the situation and come in and do it again. Because 9 times out of 10 I see victories, but when people want to bother me and get in my way, I'm going to make sure they bother themselves and get in their own way. And that's just the justification of the problem. It's never going to be a problem solved, obviously. Now you know that your situation is going to be yours all the time. Oh my goodness, that was a lot. Let's see what's going on with work for Scorpio. Scorpio does have great news in regards to their legal matters pending or even things that they need to work on. It does say your work is suffering right now, or it has trials and errors of good karma coming in. Sometimes it takes its time for you to get where you need to get to. At times you want to see that greatness is there. At times you're waiting to see what happens in the near future with your lines or even the things that you are doing, things that you want to do, possibly even seeing the things that you want to do and happen right now and can't get there. Sometimes you just want to wish that you had blessed energy and move past something. I really want to know when this is going to happen because I work against you at times and I really wonder what's going to happen when I pay out this big mind game to you. At times I've got to pay you. I realize that I've got to pay you some more time or even more time. Just more time, because there is something coming to you, Scorpios. Like someone wants to pay you maybe a lump sum of money. It does say someone wants to really convince themselves that they get more money too, but at times they've got to pay you the money, or maybe even see that you're going to pay more money. At times you've got to convince yourself that money's coming in. At times you realize that you're gifting yourself a lot more than you want to and realize that you don't really have much to give yourself. Sometimes you want to buy expensive things, clothes, shoes, cars, vehicles, homes, houses, products, or maybe even things that you feel like could come. It does say when you build enough wealth, it's going to build bridges for you and you'll see payments come into you that way. It does say warning signs are there for you to do that. Obviously, you can do it, obviously, and you've got to see yourself, bless yourself in the next 2 weeks to a month. It does say something's happening where you get good news with your personal problems solved, or maybe even singing and dancing that it happened. Something's coming about for Scorpios in the next 2 weeks to a month. Blessings are coming in and good karma is going to enter your life. Jesus says good karma is coming to you. Love life is certainly going to be honing in on what's going to be helpful to you and what's not going to be that great. Looking for a partner is not going to be easy. At times you want to see what's coming, working on it and seeing that you can work on work as well, because work is going to be blessed. And it does say blessed energy, because man is coming in to pay you a lot of karmic value systems to help you make a lot of money. One man that doesn't know if you're supporting yourself very much as you used to, but does know that you are working hard to make sure you manage and maybe even give yourself a lot of credit, or maybe even something that you're building over time and you didn't realize, but it told you off or it gave you good karma. It does say sometimes you realize you've got to pay something or even help a situation to unfold. Some of you are dealing with a lot of certainties that you've got to look into things that are going to support your ideas. Maybe even see that things can come about. Certainly wouldn't want to hear that I have problems with her though. Don't want to hear she's going to give me grief. Wonder if I can help her see that she's got to pay me. Okay, this could be a female here that feels like you've got to pay them. Maybe there's a perspective of what it is that she wants. Doesn't say that she's got to get help or give you help to do anything, but she wants to know what's coming. And it does say warning signs are there for someone that doesn't want to see you often, but does helpfully give you a lot of time to wonder what's coming in the later years to come. Merciful energy is coming in with money. Great news is coming in with a lot of it as well. And it does say blessings can come to you at any time with this money, and such a good amount. It does say wonderful things are happening for you this year, this month, or even teaming up with team members, or maybe even convinced that you've got time to look into something that you murmured to yourself and gently got it, really won something, or got some good news that you won a great amount of money. Very, very good. Supported this energy and poorly judged it? No way. The money's on its way to you and now you realize you're getting paid. Ooh, Scorpios, you're going to get a payout. You probably won some money or something's coming in for you. It says time after time, got to see that you have it. Don't want to read into it too much, but Scorpio's energy is probably going to get the payout. Want to know that they're supported, and I hear them. They're going to get this winning lottery money. I realize I'm not going to be a part of it, but I could be. I just know I've got to give them the money, and that's what I've said. I'm paying Scorpio this money. Wow. Okay, so let's see what's going on with business for Scorpio. Business is going to pour in so much junk mail to you. It does say junk mail because people are coming in with all kinds of information to help you with their businesses. It does say businesses are coming in though, and it does say plenty of them want support with many minds of yours or mind games of yours, depending on what you do to support them. It says many times over you've got to support mental energy as well, with members of your family trying to get on board or see that you don't have great news. At times you want to work on things that you are doing and mailing, and even seeing that you have and I'm hearing the word like there's a female there. There's a female woman. It says many times over this female, she doesn't know how to support many mental problems she has, but looks at you like you've got great news. It doesn't say what she wants to know with you though, but she's looking into you today and wants to know what's going on with her, and doesn't want to know much about you, but she's laughing at you and making fun of you, but she doesn't know why. She just works on her mind, or maybe even sees that she can study things just as much as you can in the ways of looking at cosmic energies or granting herself blessed energies. It does say warning though, if she does look at you too much, you can tell her to move on. She will see herself and fuck off. It doesn't say that she blesses herself, most definitely, because she gives other people information about you, but running away with it is someone that wants to see that she's got good news to help herself. It doesn't say how she gives herself this energy, but she does want to walk all over you or even help you with things that you don't need to understand about her. Let her mind her business and move past it. It does say business structure is something you want to see overall. You will plan and see great news come with your finances. Many times over, your business is going to sell good karma. And it does say blessings are coming in for you after the new year. It does say by the Easter, you'll see blessings come again as you've stole enough trauma from your mind to put someone back in their mind and move past the enemy. It does say someone here wants to see you delete enemies from your life, so much to the point where the money is coming in. It says more money again. You have stole the energies of an enemy and saw that more money is coming in, so much to the point where you don't even know what to do with it. Most definitely seeing that money is coming in. It is coming in, and it is coming in, and it is coming in. Money is coming in. Wow, you've got a lot of money coming in, Scorpio. Okay, it does say sometimes you've just got to look and see why, though. Someone here wants to see that you've planned something or did something to get this money. It does say you warned yourself why it's coming in, but you told yourself you didn't know whether or not you could get through or get by on this money, and had to deal with something that you didn't know was going to give you more money. It does say you wondered how to move past something, and you did it and gave yourself more time to understand it wasn't going to give you blessings. It doesn't say this. It says you get more money, but you didn't realize that, though. Okay, so maybe you had to move past something in your mind because you didn't really understand it, and maybe you thought it was going to take more from you than what you would have to earn or get, but it gives you more money in some type of way as well. It says it really does, but we don't want you to know that part. You've got to move past the energies first. Gemini energy is there. Obviously, we want to play around a little bit and make sure people don't understand everything, because we don't want everyone to know about business. Business is business. Practically giving everyone a business plan is not going to be helpful to us. It doesn't say it's helpful to you for you to know that you've got good karma in your mind all the time. If your business is not doing well, we don't want to scare you, but it does scare people, though. And it doesn't say it's good for everyone to know what's going on, but it does say it is better than nothing. Obviously, don't want to hear that anyone is going to be hurt. Help is what someone wants to see someone do. Someone needs help with their plans or their maturity or their mind. It does say blame someone for this, because they keep pushing negative vibes around you, and you have to see who's going to worry about the situation. More times out of 10, if this female doesn't stop giving you problems, she's going to kick herself in her mind and continue. It does say air sign female can't stop living out a personal problem in her mind, certainly doesn't want to hear problems come, and doesn't want to hear that bad news is there overall, but studies you and sees that she's always looking for mental health structures in her mind to give your son, daughter, or family member a problem. It does say she has not been alone, though. When this fire sign female wants to come in, she doesn't even see why, but she just wants to say hi. She has had enough of sitting down and hearing that no one wants to speak to her, or even feels left out by you because she can't get through to you. She doesn't want to hear that, but she has timed the situation to see if she can walk all over you or even move past her mental struggles. Doesn't want to see that Gemini or Genesis or something to do with gems. It has something to do with marriage. It does say her gems are coming to her, or she feels like gems are coming to you, and doesn't want to hear gems are coming to you, but does warn herself it could come to you at any time because you look forward to blessed energy. Okay, that sounds like a jealous person. Let's see what's going on with your love life, Scorpio. Love life is going to be great news. Overall, you have studied who's who and what's going on. Won't want to wait or even wind down into bad news of your ex or even problems in the past. It says when this person doesn't want to speak, he doesn't want to speak. He does know he wants to speak, though, but he does know that he can't speak, and he doesn't really need to speak. Other than that, you have to see that blessed energy comes to you. At times, you don't want to hear that bad news is coming overall, so you've got to wonder why it is now going to see you in a problem. It says no wonder you thought bad news couldn't come to you. I had to say that I'm going to give it to you. Laugh, because if this female doesn't stop giving you bad news, she's going to completely trash your life. She's always hearing that news is coming to her, so she wants to know when it's going to happen to you. She tried to warn herself if it comes to her again, she's going to call you out. And this time she's ready to do so. She's ready to call you and tell you you've got issues or you need to speak to someone around you about the problem. Could be a Gemini or air sign person or even a family member. This is caution goes with you. Everywhere I go, you go. We're going together. You want me, I'm going to want you too. What if I can't stop myself enough from moving past this? Okay, she might even not be a family member, but some of you guys it could be. It does say some of you guys are dealing with a negative family member that could not be yours, but it does say some of you guys are dealing with a family member that is yours, and many times over it is your female family member. A father figure has not been there for her, or maybe a friend hasn't been there for her enough, or even a family that doesn't even exist in her mind anymore because it's caused problems for her. But it does say stroking her ego is enough to pretend that she's got good news. It doesn't say that you have bad news, though. When you're dealing with a Leo or even a fire sign, at times you feel like this person is going to be your friend, but it doesn't say it's always going to be justified. Good karma can come to this person when it does, and bad news at times, but you always have to be there no matter what. doesn't say that you have to be there in a mind game. It does say good karma can come to another family member if he stops believing that you have problems, but he also realizes he's not going to give you a negative mind to play yourself always. He keeps telling you things, and believe you me, he's got problems. He has a thug mentality or even personal problems inside himself, but he's not always going to be the one to help you. It does say help is on its way with a personal traitor at times. I do believe I have 2 children or family members here that don't always give me great news, but I can see that blessings can come. Okay, anything else for Scorpios with their love life? It says you certainly have more money coming in. Time and time again, you didn't realize money's going to flow like a dream. Okay, anything else? It says certainly wouldn't want to tell you that you've got to sell up an apartment or a house or even a store, but some of you guys are getting dressed and going out, or even seeing that you have blessings come with your loyalties, and people that are there right now are helping you to surprise yourself many times over a friend or a loyal family member, or even someone around you that can be there and even tidy up your mind just to help you move past situations and make you feel smiles are there, or even laughter. People that help you to feel better in yourself overall. Time and time again, you feel like this, and good karma can come to you. Okay. So anything with the singles? Singles want to see that blessings come with forces beyond your control. Sometimes a friend or a family member or even a father wants to speak to you. At times he never wanted to hear from you, but sometimes he really curses the living hell out of you or can't hear why you want to speak less to him. He doesn't need to speak to you about things that he's going through, but he does know that he's got time alone in his mind to think about why he's been ugly in his mind all his life, or why he's always probably crying, moaning or weeping. He doesn't need to hear that he's going through this, but he's always done this, and he's pretending right now that he doesn't, and he just wants to know when he's going to stop and feel better. He doesn't know where to go right now, but he's trying to warn you, don't speak, but I'm leaving you and I've got to move on. I just know that I can't stay there and moan in your head all the time, but I've got to move on and leave you to dress up and look good and be nice to yourself. Moving past this energy that I've had inside myself all these years, I've just got to move on. Don't want to hear that you're always mentally retarded or down or stressed. I've just got to move past it. Okay. Let's see what else is going on. Anything else for singles? Does say singles are gravitating towards great news, possibly seeing that their love life is not just sex, and dusting off the drama, and also seeing that blessed energy comes overall when a change in circumstances comes in or financial issues are not going to be a problem. Certainly wouldn't want to hear that though. So I'm certainly walking away from struggles or even problematic situations that I've built up along the years. I just want to see that blessed energy comes. Wouldn't want to hear that gentle mental health is coming in, or even people that cause me harm in my mind to think that I have to put down my guns and then tell myself I've got real problems. I just have to hear that great news comes overall. I've been studying this and looking at how I can move past it. I just want to hear that I have good news, and I want to make an offer to people that are going to help me have good news. If you're trying to warn me that you want to hurt me, I don't want to hear it, but if you want to help me have good news, I am waiting. I just want to see how far I go and how far I get, and good karma will come. That's good, Scorpio. So let's see what's going on with those in a relationship. Those of you going through mental jealousy right now, could be the time off in your mind. It says juggling which way to go with the female that you want may not be good. At times you want to see which female is going to be for you, and at times you feel like your family member is not helping you. Father figure's there or not there. At times he may pee you off, or even feel like he's there for the family member that you thought was going to give you good karma, and she can't. She just doesn't know how to give you that. But forces are beyond your control. As the man you are, will help you move past the female energy that you want. At times you don't want to know that the female is going to live with you. At times you don't even want to know that you're living with your own family members that have females in it. At times you may not see your misogynistic behavior, but it's always going to be a problem. It does say sometimes the men don't want to see the women, and the women don't want to see the men, but obviously women want to see men if they're going to be good to them. It does say sometimes you have to see when the women are going to be negative. At times the females study themselves way more than the men, but the men don't understand where it's going in their minds right now, and it doesn't say it's going to be good for you overall. It's just that judging a situation is not helpful to you all, and maybe you have to see blessings come to yourselves, but it doesn't say it's going to come if you don't speak about good karma with the females. All right, let's see what's going on with those in a marriage. Those in marriage couples are having great news. Certainly want to hear that good news comes to you all. Want to hear that blessings come with my family members and my friends too. I like the fact that I've got good karma with my friends. Some of them see me as a very, very good attribute to my life. And I see that my life has changed a lot. And I want to see that my friends go through great news. Not really jealous of anyone right now, other than people telling me that I've got to go home. Maybe I've been around other people for far too long. At times I need to go home and see that I'm studying well done energy with my father figure or my mother figure, or just people that I need to go and see that I haven't seen in a long time. Sometimes people are telling me, where are you? What are you up to? Where have you been? It does say some of you guys are dealing with a lot right now, and I don't really want to stress it out, but I've been under the weather too, you know. I just have other things that I'm going through. Right now, my person's telling me off that I should come and speak to you, or even send you time in your mind to tell you off, because sometimes I tell my person that you've given me a lot of headache. I don't want to tell you off, but boy, it does look like I have time to look into things that I don't want to. I just want to know that I am greatly in a mind of my own. And at times I just don't know how to move past it. I want to see that penalties or blessings beyond karma can come and go, because I've got penalties right now, things that I've got to pay off, or things that I don't want to pay off, or things that I have paid off, or things that I'm doing to pay off. And I have paid off a lot of my mind in return, paying attention to things, or maybe even helpful to things. I just know that I've sowed seeds, or even planted my dreams, my wishes, or even dressed up or gone out, or maybe even just done so many things, and I'm trying to tidy up. I want to help myself, and I really do want to help everyone. I just got to sort out who I am as a person. Okay. Let's see what's going on. Wow, Scorpios. Well, let's see what's going on with the individuals. What's going on with Aries and Scorpio? Aries doesn't want to hear that bad news comes with you, but supporting you with this is someone that really wants to see it. Doesn't say who, but someone knows that they want to see bad news come with you, and a Scorpio male wants to see bad news come with you, and the Scorpio male doesn't really know what's going on with you, and the Scorpio male doesn't want to hear that the man or female that you're invited into is going to be good for you in regards to Aries. It does say Aries is judging what they want, and they have told you what's going on, but Aries doesn't want to convince themselves that trial and error is there with you and someone that wants to speak about it. It does say bad news for whoever keeps coming to them and talking to them about what's going on with you. They don't need to know what's going on with you overall, and they need to move past it with you. They just see that you're blessed and you're looking great about who you are, and love yourself. It doesn't mean that you don't love yourself. You just love yourself way too much. Sometimes Scorpio man gets jealous of what's going on with you, but it does say he doesn't need to know what's going on with you and Aries is always wondering why he's involved. Okay, let's see what's going on with Taurus and Pisces. Taurus and Scorpio. Taurus doesn't mind Scorpio being in problematic situations, loving themselves in the problem and seeing how they can move past it. It says some of you are dealing with dental problems, or maybe even mental problems, or even personal problems. It does say mentally ill problems. At times it's just mental illness all over the place that people want to see and don't know how to tidy up their institutions, or even their curses, or maybe even things they want to see, just so they can mind read the situation and see how they probably can get more money out of people, or maybe even help their merciful companies, or even problematic schoolings, or even personal problems of Scorpios, because it does say Scorpio isn't the problem, are they? It does say, why do you want to see that Scorpio is always the problem? It does say mental energy is there for you to feel like Scorpio is on your mind, i.e. so called evil could come in and harm Scorpio. But it does say Scorpio doesn't want to see this, and it says when you realize that, Taurus, you are not giving them good energy, are you going to tell yourself this? It does say Scorpio wonders why you keep pushing them into a den or a hole, or trying to harm them. Like, you want to see them harmed, constantly want to see them harmed. It doesn't say Scorpio really likes this, but you keep trying it, and it doesn't say it's good. Okay, let's see what's going on with I can feel their energy as well, pulling on Scorpio. Let's see what's going on with Gemini. Gemini doesn't really like you. Scorpio knows that it's going to be blessed energy overall. Gemini, you do know that Scorpio doesn't want to hear that you've got good energy with them. Trying to tidy up their mind with their toxic behavior is what you want to tell them when yours is 10 times toxic more than theirs. It says toe to toe energy is not going to help the situation, but venom is something that you want to see with Scorpio, or bad news. It does say bad news because something's going on between you and Gemini. And Gemini doesn't know how to support their minds helping Scorpio. But Scorpio doesn't know how to push past Gemini's energy when they're mindfully looking at card readings, or maybe even things that they do privately, like ruins, stones, or even people's energy that they have to call and read, or maybe even other things that they're doing. It says sometimes their energy is worse than Scorpio's because they're always putting down roots, spells, magic, or even rituals, or maybe even trying to claim that they do other things to help themselves, or even look way too deeply into what Scorpio is doing. At times they just don't know where to go with Scorpio's energy and push past their mind. Situating them in bad news is not going to be the answer, and probably helping them to look for the bad news is not going to be the answer, as Scorpio doesn't want to deal with it. But it does say Scorpio needs to hear me, but Scorpio is not going to listen to you. And it does say when you realize that you're going to be in a problem, but it does say Scorpio is going to continue to make sure you don't look into their mind too much about what it is going on with them. But it does say warning signs. If Scorpio wants to walk away from the problem, she's got a problem, because I'm going to be a problem. And it doesn't say Scorpio is going to be in a problem. It's just that Scorpio's got a hell of a negative mind game to play with you if you keep pushing them in one. Wondering why you always have to be in a problem with Scorpio? Do you realize that you're in love with them or you hate them? What's going on? Are you obsessed? What is going on? All right, let's see what's going on with Cancerian and Scorpio. Scorpio doesn't want to hear from Cancerian, and Cancerian needs to walk away before time after time Scorpio gets their wrath out to deal with them. Okay, let's see what's going on with Leos. Leo does not want to hear Scorpio is dying of laughter in their minds about what they did, said, or done. It says Leo is not going to pretend, but they're really in a bad mind game with the Scorpio. But Scorpio knows how to treat them and tell them off and make sure that they look up to them as a fraudulent member of the family, or even a personal traitor. At times Scorpio has done things to harm them, or maybe even seen that they're taking back what they said. So Scorpio, you do know that I'm open to talking about you anytime, and I realize I could speak about you when I want to. It does say sometimes if you want to, realize that I have to have your back. Are you ready for me to still be there? Because I notice I've still got to be there to have your back when you feel like you want to drag me under. Are you realizing this? Do you absolutely understand where you're going with this? Or do you feel like you've got to always think about why you're dragged down into a personal problem with me all the time? It does say bad news if you want to always kick your mind and tell yourself off. Maybe I've always wanted to hear that you're always going to be down in distress. I just don't want to hear that you're always doing great things. It does say blaming the Scorpio is always going to be something that Leo does at times when they don't want to see that always getting out of a problem. It says, Leo, you do know that you've got time to situate the situation in your problematic situation, put yourself back in the same Scorpio shoes. Give off time. You'll see yourself there. You keep wanting to drag them down the wrong road. Gosh, you keep looking for Scorpio so much. Are you in love with them? Are you dealing with them in a way that your sex is not coming in a way that you want it to? Or what is it? Like, do you have mental structures in your mind that you can help yourself with and not want Scorpio? Let us know. Still want to know this. Are you helping her? Alright. Let's see what's going on. Leo's energy. It says Leo doesn't want to leave Scorpio to die in their mind about bad news, and certainly don't want to see that glass shoes going to come in, or even rainbows and glitters is going to help them. It says nothing's set in them, but people are enough in your energy about what's going on with them. They realize they don't have time to deal with your energy all the time, Leo. They just got to see that you've got to be the one to see blessed energy come, or you can give them time to help you. Will you see which way things are going to try and study that you're giving yourself good karma? Or are you helping the Scorpio to see that you probably need them? Which way is it going? Are you laughing, joking with many others, making fun of them, and then making sure that you laugh with them? And then don't make fun of them and then try to laugh with other people? Are you all over the place and flip-flopping? Are you someone that's trying to be mental? Where are you going with them right now? All right, let's see what's going on with Virgo. Virgo doesn't know how to support you, and it does say poor you, Leo, because you keep wanting to hold on to Scorpio's venom. I price desperately want to see what's going on with Scorpio, and I realize it's not going to be easy, but Scorpio's blaming me for something. Is she? To say Scorpio is not blaming you for nothing, but Leo, you're ready to tell Scorpio off, or you're ready to tell them off with something that you saw, did, or wanted to do and couldn't get, and you're ready to need something, or even sell something, or get something, but you just don't know where to go to get what you want. You want something with Scorpio or for Scorpio, or have with Scorpio, but you just need to know how to get it from yourself, or maybe even wait and be patient. All right, let's see what's going on with Virgo, because it's just like Leo is impatient about something here with Scorpio. Virgo. Yeah, Leo's energy keeps dragging Scorpios. So something about this Leo doesn't really stand well with you, but sometimes you've got to look into what's the problem. Is he really going to give you good news? I wonder. Scorpio man keeps coming in and doesn't want to see Scorpio in a good way. It does say blessings are coming in. When you see great news is coming overall with what it is that you have to do. But no wonder you see problems with Scorpio man. He comes and chimes in your energy so much to the point he doesn't want to see you do good. Bad news for Scorpio man. Bad news, because if he doesn't want to see the females do well, he must not want to do well in his own life. Alright. Let's see what's going on with Virgos and Scorpios. Virgos can forgive themselves and F themselves, or even forgive themselves and F themselves. I ideally wouldn't want to hear from a Virgo. Virgo is not timing the situation enough to see that Scorpio is going to get good news. It does say bad news for Virgo though, because violins are something that people keep hearing, or even Virgo sees that people keep seeing something going on with Scorpio. It does say Scorpio is doing something to have great news though. If they tidy up or see blame come no more, it doesn't say it's bad, but good karma's coming to them. Watch and see. Something's going to happen to Scorpio on a Thursday, Friday, or a Saturday without them understanding really what's going on. Virgo knows what's going on because they're trying to warn themselves they're planning something. Oh. It says Virgo knows that they need to revisit a situation, or look at someone, tell someone off again, or even see that someone has done something to them. It does say someone is trying to harm the Virgo this time, or Scorpio is the one that's going to harm them when they realize what's happening to them. Leaving to believe that they don't have problems is never going to be the answer, but personally I see I've got problems with them coming. I don't want to hear that I'm probably going to be a problem to Scorpio, but I've got some problems of my own, and I don't know if I'm going to be told off. It does say sometimes here, Virgo, you realize Scorpio is not going to speak to you, but they'll leave you to see what's going on with your own life. Let's see what's going on with Libra and Scorpio. Libra doesn't want to hear bad news with Scorpio. It doesn't say Libra wants to hear bad news with Scorpio, and Libra is seeing that bad news is not there with Scorpio. Scorpio does not need to hear bad news. So when we realize that you just need to leave them alone, say it. Leave them alone. Stop supporting yourself to see bad news with a Scorpio. My. Look at yourselves. Go on, because I certainly see myself through Scorpio's mind. Delete is something that I want to do with blindfolds on at times with the mind of Scorpios, as they teach me so much to get rid of mental health or structure my mind to pattern up myself with good things. I am not getting rid of my Scorpio's energy. With Scorpio, they always tell me that blessings can come, and I realized that because one day I saw something came to me and I didn't realize it was my mate here, the Scorpio, that told me it was going to come, and I realized it was not going to be you telling me that anyone was going to tell me off. Ideally, if I feel like bad news is coming with my friend the Scorpio, then problems is going to come. But all of you need to suck dick, or even see that problems is coming later on in life with yours. Maybe it's not coming now with me, but I know that Scorpio is doing something to harm my mind at times, and then tell me that it's not going to change until you change. When are you going to change? At this time, I see Scorpio doing something very mindful and very perfect. I'm not going to let you all try and harm Scorpio. You've got to protect your mind. Something's going on with Scorpio. They're looking for blessed energy, and if you fuck with them, they're going to fuck with you, and you're going to feel like, fucking hell, what have you done? Now you realize Scorpio's energy is not so certain, but it's going to be smart. Realize what's going on with them in the next 2 minutes or more. Okay, let's see what's going on with Scorpio. Scorpio does not want to hear bad news come overall. Certainly wouldn't want to hear Scorpio is going through it. Ideally, I know this because I'm trying to warn myself to keep my mind quiet. I've seen Scorpio go through things and I want to know what's happening to them today. Okay, that's someone looking, but what's actually happening with Scorpio right now? Scorpio sees that nothing's set in stone, but people are there trying to warn them that something bad is going to happen. Really looking into situation or seeing it's not, taking the time to understand that something here is not changed, but they look for the blessed news in their own head and don't want to hear that bad news comes. They will look for blessings come in their own mind and wonder if people are looking forward to blame in themselves or even banishing the evil in their minds. They know how to mistakenly give good karma to themselves or give it to themselves when they realize that passion energy inside them does not need to explode. It just calms itself down. It doesn't always explode. It's going to give them time to realize that good karma comes to them. It doesn't always have to be negative in the eyes of many or even the eyes of others. At times it will and sometimes it won't. But you'll all see what's going on in the next week or two with your own minds. Work on that. Scorpio realizes they're not going to stroke your ego, but they realize they're stroking their own, and something's changed or even clicked with Scorpio right now as they feel like their ego is being stroked by their mind or things that they're doing or even certainly want to see happen in the next 2 weeks, a month, or a year. What's going on with Sagittarius? Sag doesn't want to hear blame come to them. Want to hear blame come. Because when I tell you Scorpio blamed me so much the other day, I didn't know what to do. Now I realize I love with Scorpio. What the hell? Scorpio is my fantasy. She's my fine ass woman and I don't know how to stop this. But she's always going to be someone I look up to. And I want to know if Scorpios feel the same way about me. I really believe she's my enemy at times when she doesn't listen to me. But she's my mermaid. I want to know if she can smartly give me a love life that is always going to be blessed energy inside myself. VMA. Something about VMA. I don't know some of you guys. I know some of you guys celebrities. Okay, but it does say some of you guys support very good karma in your love life and certainly want to hear that your person is going to be at the VMAs. It does say some of you guys are dealing with celebrity status, and it does say your person believes that they can bring you into this as well, or maybe even some of you see that you've studied it or looked into it with another Scorpio, or maybe you see that Scorpios overall are doing very good things. At times Sag wants to know whether Scorpio is going to see them in blessed energy, even purposely put on a pedestal to get them inside good things, or even good problematic situations, even blessed energy. And it says some of you are dealing with great news overall with your Scorpio energy. Ideally, if Saturn moves, it says Scorpio star sign is going to move into Sag, and Sag is going to pull them down or under or in a good value system. It says doesn't say where or why or how, but some of you guys are detailing whether you should become good karmic problematic situations or even sell yourself to good club or even great news overall. It says some of you are dealing with problems right now with Scorpio, but doesn't say it's bad. You've got to move past it. Blessings come in. Okay, let's see what's going on. Capricorns and Scorpios. Capricorns doesn't want to hear that Scorpio's in a bad mood. They just know that they're putting them there. At times they really want to see them there and they don't know why. They just want to know that they're in a bad mood and don't want to share with them that they're doing it, but they want it to happen. Oh dear. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on with Aries. Aries doesn't want to see bad news come overall. It does say studying someone, seeing someone, or looking at someone is going to be helpful to you. It does say labeling someone. It's not always going to be helpful. So labeling someone's not always going to be helpful. But it does say someone here realizes that they can come in when they feel like it and leave when they want to and see if something's going to happen. It says warning signs are there for someone that wants to speak about it. It does say when you see someone, it's not going to be easy, but someone is trying to warn you that bad news is there right now. Okay. Let's see what's going on with anything else. It says ideally if Pisces comes in, it's going to be good, but it does say Aquarius is not getting involved, but Aquarius doesn't want to speak because they know they're controlling something or seeing something or don't want to hear that bad news is coming. So let's see what's going on. Pisces doesn't want to hear bad news is coming, but warning, someone is doing something that they shouldn't be doing, or warning, something is going on with them. And warning, it doesn't say it's Pisces, but Aquarius could be up to no good, but Pisces realize they're going to be in a problem soon. It does say Pisces because Pisces does not know how to speak about moving past something or even see something in a good way. It says warning signs are there for you all right now. Okay, anything to do with Scorpio? So Scorpio realize something's going on, but they're not paying it too many minds. They just want to see blessings come to them, and warning signs are there. If you're in love with the Scorpio, then you can speak to them, but if you're not, then you need to move past them because they're not interested. All right. So that was your tarot reading. Let's see what's going on with your romance angels. Okay, it says pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. Yes, Scorpios, pay attention, honey. All right. Let's see what else is going on with your messages, angel messages. It says life review. Archangel Jeremiah, take inventory of your life and resolve to change or heal anything that is unbalanced. Okay, so change or heal anything that's unbalanced. I feel like you guys are really doing that right now. Okay, or some of you guys really are doing that right now. Okay, let's see what else is going on for you. I'm hearing something to do with fertilized egg as well. So I don't know, someone's getting pregnant. Okay. And the next card that we have is wedding. Marriage is the union of two souls joined in love, mutual respect and commitment. It signifies a desire to deepen love over time. Your wedding day is a testament to your well-founded faith in love's power. Continually breathe life into the faith and love, dearest one. Okay. So maybe someone wants to consider marriage with you, or someone's told someone that they thought about marriage with you, or some of you guys are just kind of like in tune with your marriage. Okay, maybe you've got a new marriage partner coming in soon as well, Scorpio. Okay. All right, let's see what's going on with universal messages. Okay, this one's coming up in reverse. Let's see what's going on. It says there is nothing sexier than my authentic truth. Okay, so maybe someone feels like you could be in denial about your, your sex right now, or your sex appeal, or maybe this person's in denial about what it is that they understand about love and relationships and only wants to use sex as a substitute for a relationship. Okay. Let's see what's going on with your numbers, angel numbers. Number 4, number 11, number 37, number 23, number 3, number 57, number 53, number 5, and number 36. Scorpio, that was your reading, my lovelies. I will speak to you guys in your next one. Ciao for now. Bye.